Hello, welcome to my channel. Guess what? I actually did this whole unboxing video and didn't realize I wasn't recording. So, you didn't get the whole opening it up and getting surprise reaction, but what did I get? I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist and ended up getting myself the Darcy toffee in a pocket, in the Heritage pocket. And so I recently gifted my creme Heritage pocket to a family member of mine, so I just needed I caved and I bought this. And so I'm actually really glad I got this now, because I was actually really surprised to find out I know it was going to be thin, but I didn't realize it's going to be this thin. So what I did is when I was opening this up, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull my, get my tea house and do a comparison of the two. So I'm not sure if you see it, but really in person, it's this right here, which is do you see how pliable it is? It's a lot thinner than even my tea house. My tea house is stiff. Do you see that? I can't bend it, so it's structured. But look at this. It's soft. It's not as soft as the Giovanni. It's not as thin as the Giovanni, but man, it's almost it's definitely thinner than my tea house. I'm not sure if it's catching because it's such a dark. But yeah, do you see that? Oh man. Let me focus. Do you see how thin it is? Do you see how thin this is compared to this? It's almost half as thin. So that made me surprised, and I was like, oh no, like, is it gonna have a problem with, because for those that see my channel know that I have a problem. I don't like, and some people are totally fine with this. It doesn't bother them at all. But, you know, I don't like TNs where it caves in. So I had to do the test, and I brought this out, and I'm like, oh my God, let's give it a go and make sure that it doesn't like, cave in, and because it's such a small size, thankfully it doesn't. It keeps the structure, but I was a bit worried when I first opened it. So you guys missed the whole like, oh my gosh, and me freaking out, but maybe it's a good thing. But anyways, so I'm really glad I got this now, because Emma, as you guys know, is releasing this coming Monday. And I didn't realize, I knew it was going to be thin, but I didn't realize it was going to be this thin. Like, it's definitely a lot thinner than expected. And to put it into perspective, let me go ahead and grab my, I'll grab my, this is the normal, right? Darcy, what's it called? Austen leather. So this is so much thicker. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the difference. Do you see the difference in slimness? This is too bad. Does it catch? Do you see it? Do you see that? So this is the normal thickness of Austen leather. Look at the comparison. Isn't that crazy? I knew it was gonna thin, but somebody told me it's still a medium hand. But wow, right? Look at that. So yeah, for those of you that don't like thin leathers, you wait, because I know that they're going to have more Austen in the thicker leather coming soon, because look at that difference right there. Regular Darcy that people are used to, and this is the current that just released, that just came out. So I was like, wow, this is a lot thinner than I even expected. So I was like, oh my goodness. But then thankfully it doesn't do that divot thing. Some people, they're not bothered one bit when it goes in, but I get this weird like, oh no, kind of thing. But see how thin it is, and it's very pliable like that. Oh my goodness. And some people might love this. So for folks that don't like thick Darcys, this is your chance. I don't know, is Emma going to be as thin as this? Oh my goodness. But yeah, and for those that have tea house leathers, the tea house, this is kind of harder to see because, let me focus. It's harder to see because it's a darker color. But look at that. Do you see this comparison? It's almost, I could say, I mean, it's not like half of it maybe, but it's definitely significantly thinner than even the tea house. And at least even though the tea house, I thought it was thin, it's do you see that how stiff it is? It's not that pliable. But this, man. So in addition to that, I was, you know, for those that have watched my channel know that I have this problem with this new pen loop. So I really, really love the curved pen loop, like right here, because whenever I put in a fountain pen, and for those people that don't carry pens might not care, but for me, I love the, that I could just kind of move this in here. See, it doesn't budge. It's sturdy. It's there, it's solid. You know, it doesn't do anything to the actual cover. You know, it's its own thing, right? It's like part of, it's like an appendage, part of this. But what I had a problem with this pen loop, and I like it. I like that they made it tighter. Do you see how it's tighter? And I debated between whether I want the stitched or the removable, and I'm really glad I got the removable, because my biggest thing is, wait a second, is it gonna let me? Yep, so I have to kind of still see. The thing that I get annoyed is, do you see that, how it like it still moves around, and eventually sometimes my pen's like this. Like I just don't like that. Like when there's a notebook, it's not as bad. But what I did notice is I'm glad I got the removable, because I think it bothers. I rather deal with the loosey-goosey and potential of this stretching whenever I take it out. That I rather risk that than have to deal with. Do you see this bump? Do you see this bump here? I knew this was going to happen. So because this is made that extra leather underneath, this big, do you see that, folks? Is that bothering you? So some people are gonna, I don't care kind of thing. I don't bother me, but me, it bothers me. This bothers me. So I rather, as much as I love a pen loop, I rather take it out. Oh no, I made a scratch already, but it's bound to happen. I'd rather deal with, do you see that? I'd rather have it. Oh, see, that pen loop already made a mark already, but I'd rather have it flush. It's already there. Look at that. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, over time it's gonna also even it out, but I'm glad I got the removal because of that. So yeah, I'm glad I got this earlier, so I'm sharing with you folks. So for those of you that don't like thin leathers, I don't know. Are you gonna want this? It's not the same. It's not the same thickness at all. Darcy, I mean, regular Austen leather thickness. Do you see that? How thick it is? And then the current thin. Wow. Okay. I love my pockets, so I'm glad I got a replacement. And I'm thankful that it doesn't cave in, even though I have a hard back in here. So it must be the size that does that. But yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. I still love it. I love the glossy-ish, the feel in my hand. But again, like I said, I don't like that bump. So this is probably gonna have to go. And then I'll just have to get myself maybe one of those like a pen, like a sticky pen loop thing that I could use. But anyways, that's it, folks. Just wanted to share this with you. Thank you for joining me. Oh, and yes, this one has the new logo. Ta-da! All right, Chic Sparrow. Thank you once again. And folks, I don't know. It's pretty thin. If this is up your alley, I'm glad I'm showing it to you how thin it is, because Emma is on Monday. All right, though, folks. Good luck to you, Emma lovers. Hope you get what you want. If you really wanted a thinner Austen leather, this is your time to do it. All right, wonderful. You have a wonderful day, folks. Bye bye.